Have you ever seen a dog's eyes light up with excitement? The tail wagging furiously while digging up the backyard. It's hard not to smile at such enthusiasm. However, we can't say the same about the homeowner when he realized what his dog had just unearthed. You won't believe how much this furry friend has just dug up. He had no idea this was even possible. But before that, let's start from the beginning. Every day, Buddy, an adorable golden retriever, accompanies his owner, Peter, for a walk in the park behind their house. It's a large area with plenty of space for Buddy to run and play fetch. And Peter loves seeing his dog so happy and active. Their daily routine has been going on for months without any issues. So you can imagine Peter's surprise when one day he noticed something unusual during their walk. As Peter continued his usual route through the park, he noticed something strange. A small hole had appeared in the ground, and it looked like something or someone had dug it out. At first, he didn't give it much thought. Maybe it was a small animal looking for somewhere to hide from predators or the weather. However, the hole seemed too big for most small animals. This piqued his interest, and he decided to investigate further. As Peter approached the hole, he noticed some dog hair around it, but it wasn't Buddy's. His dog was right next to him and hadn't shown any signs of digging. Who else could it have been? Just then, Peter heard a faint sound coming from inside the hole. It sounded like some kind of scratching or digging. Peter couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. What if there was an injured animal stuck inside? Determined to find out what was going on, Peter carefully peered into the hole. It was dark and narrow, making it hard to see anything. But as his eyes adjusted, he saw something that left him stunned. Inside the hole was another dog. It was a medium-sized terrier mix with a brown and white coat. And it looked like it had been stuck in there for a while. The dog was clearly distressed, barking frantically and trying to claw its way out. Peter felt a surge of sympathy for the trapped dog. It must have been terrified and desperate to get free. Without hesitation, Peter reached into the hole and started digging. He worked quickly, adrenaline rushing through his veins as he imagined the dog's relief when he finally pulled it out. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Peter managed to free the dog. The terrier was weak and scared, but Peter could see that it was also incredibly grateful. As he cradled the dog, it licked his hand, its tail tucked between its legs. It was evident that the dog had been through a traumatic experience. Peter knew that he needed to get the dog out of the park and to safety. He carefully carried the terrier back to his truck, where he placed it in the back. Then he drove to the nearest animal hospital for treatment. At the hospital, the vet checked the dog over and gave it a clean bill of health. It was malnourished but otherwise okay. Peter could unhelp but feel a sense of satisfaction knowing that he had saved the dog's life. But he still had questions. How did the dog get stuck in the hole, and who owned it? The vet had no answers, but suggested that Peter keep the dog for now and try to find its owner. So Peter took the dog home, where he named it Lucky. In the meantime, Peter had the hole filled in, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something else was going on. There was something about the hole and the dog's presence that didn't sit right with him. Determined to get to the bottom of it, Peter decided to dig up the backyard where the incident had occurred. He grabbed a shovel and started digging, his curiosity getting the better of him. As he dug deeper, he started to uncover something strange. There was a small box buried in the ground. Peter carefully brushed away the dirt, revealing a metal box with a padlock. Intrigued, he tried to open it, but it was locked tight. Just then, Buddy Peter's golden retriever came bounding over, tail wagging excitedly. Buddy sniffed at the box and barked once, then ran off into the garden. Peter followed him, wondering what had caught his dog's interest. To his surprise, Buddy had dug up another part of the backyard, revealing another hole. Peter couldn't believe what he was seeing. Was this a dog's version of a treasure map? He followed Buddy to the new hole and started digging again. This time, the box was buried deeper and harder to find, but Peter was determined. As he neared the box, Buddy started barking furiously, his body shaking with excitement. Suddenly, Peter's shovel hit something hard. He brushed away the dirt and revealed a wooden box. It was bigger than the metal box and had a rusty lock on it. With trembling hands, Peter opened the box. Inside, nestled on a bed of old cloth, were stacks of cash, jewelry, and other valuables. Peter couldn't believe his eyes. It was like something out of a movie. At first, he thought it might be stolen goods or money that someone had lost. But as he looked around, he noticed a small label on the inside of the box. It read, "For my loyal companion." It became clear to Peter that this wasn't just any dog. It belonged to someone special. Who could this dog be? And where was its owner now? Peter had so many questions, but no answers. All he knew was that he needed to do the right thing. He couldn't just keep this money. So Peter contacted the local police and told them about the hidden treasure. The police searched the area for clues, but there was no sign of the dog's owner. They put out a public announcement, hoping someone had information, but days turned into weeks with no results. The mystery of the dog and the treasure remained unsolved. As for Buddy, the golden retriever, he seemed oblivious to the drama he had caused. Every day, he would bound around the yard, tail wagging furiously, as if nothing unusual had happened. Peter couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. His dog had not only saved a life, but had also led him to a fortune. However, Peter knew that the real treasure was the dog. He had found a new member of his family, and he couldn't imagine his life without Lucky, the terrier. Reunited with his canine companion, Peter decided to use the money to make a difference in the world. He donated a significant portion to the local animal shelter, ensuring that homeless dogs and cats would receive the care and attention they deserved. He remembered the helpless animals he had seen at the shelter and wanted to give back. As the news of his donations spread, more people came forward with donations of their own. The animal shelter was overwhelmed with support and was able to improve the lives of countless animals. It was a heartwarming sight, and Peter couldn't help but feel a sense of fulfillment. He had taken a chance on a stray dog, and it had led to something truly special. Not only had he saved a life, but he had also made a positive impact on the community. In the end, Peter realized that the real treasure was the bonds he had formed with his dogs and the difference they had made in his life. Buddy and Lucky, the two golden retrievers, became local heroes, their story touching the hearts of everyone in the town. Their tales served as a reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are the ones you do unexpect and the most unexpected places.